I hope everyone had a wonderful, wonderful week. This week we're landing in Chutz La'aretz Parsha Shlach, in Eretz Yisrael Parsha's Korach. So I'll try and share something that'll bridge the two, because at the end of Parsha Shlach we have, of course, the Parsha Tzitzis, and the beginning of Parsha's Korach also, Rashi famously brings that Korach manipulated the mitzvah of Tzitzis to get a message across that to Moshe Rabbeinu. So the Gemara Maseches Menachos Daf Mem Gimel Beis cites that the mitzvah of Tzitzis is Shkula Keneged Kol HaMitzvos, and it's based on the Pesukim, based on the drasha that we find when we say the Parsha of Kriyat Shema every single day. So we say that we wear the Tzitzis Re'ismosam, and we see them, and Uzchartum is Kol Mitzvah Hashem. Somehow Tzitzis is to inspire us, to do all the mitzvahs, to do many mitzvahs. It's not just a standalone. So how is Tzitzis have that inspiration? Of course, Korach abused that inspiration. But I would suggest there are three levels to the inspiration that Tzitzis offers us. Number one, what the Gemara describes is that we wear tcheles when it comes to Tzitzis. We have that one string of tcheles, and that tcheles is inspiring because you have Lavan, but then you see the tcheles, that deep, rich blue of the tcheles, and its tcheles is Dome Yam. And it looks like the sea, the ocean, the vastness of the ocean. And the ocean is Dome La Rakia. That reminds us of the heavens, and that takes us all the way up to Kisei HaKavod. I think the Torah is telling us, focus on the tcheles. Focus on some of the magnificent parts of nature. And look at the vastness of the sea. Look at the vastness of the heavens, of the cosmos. And of course, when you have that connectivity, you think about the mundane in your life, but you bring it to the nature and the magnificence of the world, of the universe, of the oceans, of the cosmos. Of course, you're inspired. That's going to bring you to a recognition of Hashem, the Kisei HaKavod, and will inspire you in mitzvos Hashem. That's one aspect. A second aspect is, the Gemara tells us, and we all understand, that Tzitzis is, the Gematria of Tzitzis is 600, and then we have 5 knots, 8 strings, 613. And perhaps the message over here is that when we perform mitzvos, we're not supposed to perform mitzvos in a vacuum, just check the boxes, the minutiae. But mitzvos are supposed to inspire us. We're supposed to think as we do mitzvos. We don't do mitzvos by rote. We do mitzvos with inspiration, with investment, with focus, and also with the bigger picture in mind. So we can put on tzitzis every single day and perfunctorily, yes, check the box, I did that mitzvah. But perhaps the message of the mitzvah tzitzis is that we're supposed to be inspired. Asiyas ha-mitzvos. All mitzvos are supposed to elevate us and bring us to a higher level. Thirdly, a third component is the Gemara tells us, how do you get from tzitzis to other mitzvos? So again, this is the Gemara in Menachos Daf Mem Gimel Amud Beis, U'ismoso uzchartem. You see the mitzvah tzitzis and you remember other things. Re'ei mitzvah zu uzachor mitzvah acheres. See this mitzvah and you'll be inspired to do other mitzvahs. After all, in the Chumash itself, we have a juxtaposition. The Torah tells us, not in this week's parsha, in Parshas Kiseitze, Gedilim ta'aselecha. It goes lo tilba shatnez tzemer pishtam yaktav Gedilim ta'aselecha. So there's a juxtaposition, the Isser of shatnez, the mitzvah of tzitzis. In other words, there is also a Talmud Torah component. What brings these two mitzvahs together? It seems random. So no, fulfill the mitzvah of tzitzis, learn the mitzvah of tzitzis, and then you'll jump. You'll jump to shatnez. Shatnez will take you somewhere else. That somewhere else will take you somewhere else. The Torah itself is miksha achas. It runs from one topic to another. You just have to learn Shas. You learn Gemaras, and you'll see how there's smichos haparshios, there's gzeres shavas, linking this to that, and the limud haTorah process. You could learn Hilchos Tzitzis, but that's going to take you into Aseh Docha Lo Taseh. It's going to take you into Hilchos Shatnez. It's going to take you into Hilchos Shabbos. It's going to take you into so many different domains. And then those domains take you into other domains. So there's a universality to Talmud Torah. And that's also inspiring. Every mitzvah is like that, but the Torah focuses on the mitzvah Tzitzis. And then lastly, I'll just point out that the mitzvah Tzitzis is really a striking mitzvah in that it's optional. It's not a chova. A male can go through his whole life not wearing arba kanfos and not being chayiv in the mitzvah tzitzis. But most people, we choose to wear tzitzis. We choose to put on arba kanfos in order to be mechayiv in this mitzvah, because that also represents a desire of closeness to God. Its optionality is a reflection in Avos Hashem. It's not a chova. And perhaps in that sense, it's telling us, it's beckoning us, it's calling us to reach out, to do more, to, if you have a relationship of Ava with Ribono Shel Olam, then you'll want to do more. You'll want to opt in even when you don't have to. Yes, indeed, if the mitzvahs are just the 613 obstacles that check the boxes, so then if I don't have to, I won't. But if the mitzvahs are connectivities to Avos Hashem, to linking in, then I opt in. That's tzitzis. That's exactly the mitzvah of tzitzis. And of course, Korach abuses the mitzvah of tzitzis. Korach says, listen, if you have a beggar that's kulot cheles, so why do we need tzitzis on it? We shouldn't need tzitzis, because again, perhaps Korach also missed the point. And Korach arguing, hey, the Am is all Kedoshim, so why do we need a leader like Moshe Rabbeinu? So again, missing the point is that, yes, the themes are critically important. And the theme of Tchelas is critically important, but that doesn't displace the mitzvah itself. And all of these facets are reflections of a desire to come close to Hashem, of Avos Hashem. And that's a fundamental mitzvah that the Torah emphasizes. Where does tzitzis? Because if you look at the tzitzis properly, they will inspire. Yeah, you can always distort as Korach did, but we should be zoche to build our sense of Avos Hashem through. Look at nature. Look at the tchelas of the yam that'll bring it to Rakia Kisya Kavod. Asiyas HaMitzvos, and the ability to opt in. And of course the Talmud Torah, which brings us from topic to topic to topic to see the vastness of the Yama Talmud of Torah Hashem, all brings us closer and closer to Ribono Shel Olam. Have a wonderful, wonderful Shabbos.